Hey, it's Booray Perry from Tampa, Florida, and today we're going to talk about my favorite Fuji X-H2 Button Hack. Before we get started, don't forget to check out my podcast. It's called Photobomb. It's available anywhere that you find podcasts. Also, join my group on Facebook. It is called Pro Photo Talk with Booray Perry. And follow me on Instagram, at Booray Perry on Instagram. I post examples of my work, and I also post a lot of funny stuff there, so it's kind of nice to have me in your feed. You'll enjoy it. I promise. Okay, so one of the things I love about this whole YouTube experience is all the people that I meet online and all the people who contribute to my videos by commenting and saying, oh, this is what I'm doing, or what do you think about this? And I get a lot of ideas for my videos from the people who comment. So I encourage you to comment and get involved in the community here on my channel. And this is a perfect example because this button hack I didn't even come up with. I didn't even know you could do this. Somebody said on my channel that this is what they had done, and I was like, oh, it didn't even occur to me that I could do that. So here's what we're talking about. Here's my Fuji X-H2, and I have a cage on here. Now, if you want to know more about this cage, I did a review, and I'll put a link right up here. This is a cage that I got that totally wraps around the camera, but I got it because it helps keep my pinky better. My pinky holds on better to the camera this way, and I actually like the top bar here because I can hold it really well. It gives me a nice grip, and it helps me define where my buttons are. The ISO button is always right behind the bar, and the record button for video is right in front of the bar, and that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the record button for video. You see, I don't do video. Yeah, I know that all the modern cameras are hybrids and they do great video, and that's fantastic, but listen, it's hard enough to be a good stills shooter. I work really hard at being a good professional still shooter, and the last thing I want to do is start all over again and try to learn how to do video at the same time because, you know, I'm not as good at stills as I would like to be. So I'd rather put that time into becoming a better stills photographer instead of starting something new with video. And I totally get it if you're hybrid, that's great, you know, but me, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try and stick with one thing. So this button here that allows me to instantly kick over to video anytime I want to, I'm never going to use this button. I mean, I didn't have this button on my other cameras. I didn't miss it at all. And what I didn't realize is that you can map this button. I guess I didn't think about it because, I mean, it's special, smaller, it's got a red dot, it's just for video, and for some reason I thought, well, you can't change that button, right? No, you can change that button. Oh, so now, what do we change it to? Well, here's the thing. I'm a big believer in having right near your trigger finger, whatever buttons you have there, map them to the things that you use the most. So the three things you use the most when you're shooting are aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. Now that's already taken care of. My aperture is on the front dial. My shutter speed is mapped to one of my dials here, either on the front or the back. And my ISO has its own dedicated button right here. Done. So what's the thing that I use next? Is it white balance? No, I shoot white balance auto most of the time. I correct it at home because I'm moving around a lot at events, and the white balance changes us so much that it's not much point in trying to get a custom white balance on location. What's the thing I change the most? It's autofocus. Yeah, it's eye autofocus. If I'm working an event, then I'm going to use eye autofocus anytime I can, but I can't use it all the time. Sometimes it's just not convenient, and sometimes it just doesn't work well. You know, if you're taking pictures of a crowd, for example, people dancing or a room, and you're trying to zoom in on particular people, you never know whose eye it's going to grab and decide to focus on. So I am always turning on and off the eye autofocus. I like to keep either eye autofocus or just a single dot autofocus right in the center, where I know I can grab focus on whatever it is that's in the center of my frame. And I have it mapped currently to here, the bottom of my D-pad. So for me, it's muscle memory. If I need to change my auto eye focus, I just go here, no problem. But now it's mapped right here, right there. So if I'm shooting and suddenly it's grabbing an eye I don't want it to or whatever, I can just go blip and it's done. It's turned off and I'm back to normal. I don't have to worry about swinging my thumb down, losing my grip on my camera. I can just go blip, 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 auto eye focus, on, off, auto eye focus. Try saying auto eye focus 5 times fast and see how that works out for you. So there it is. It's my favorite new button hack because the rest of my button hacks are but just, map this button to that, and map this button to that. But I didn't know that you could actually map that button. For some reason, I just thought, no, it's red. They wouldn't let you remap a red button, would they? It's funny how your mind works sometimes. But now that I know I can remap it, I'm over. I get excited about the smallest things, and I'm over the moon over the fact that now I get to make that button do what I want it to do. Listen, get down in the comments. If you've got a button hack, if you've got a way that you set up your camera, I would love to know about it. I really just, one of my favorite things is how do people set up the buttons on their cameras, because you can become so much more efficient by listening to other photographers and what they're doing. So let me know how you set up your camera. If you've got a great button hack for me, please put it down in the comments. I would love to hear it. And also, if you're not a subscriber, listen, join my community. I have a great group here. You'll have a good time here. Hit the like, hit the sub, and join the party. Thanks for watching.